I'm Krzysztof Chuchra. I work as urban analyst for Edinburgh World Heritage. My presentation will be about the authenticity in our work, basically, in our projects, how we address authenticity in our mission, and also something which I like to call a creative interpretation of the World Heritage Convention. I come from Poland, and everyone who is interested in the issue of authenticity knows the case of Warsaw. This is Warsaw in 1935. That time known as Paris of the North. These screenshots are from the movie which was just completed recently in Warsaw. This is the Warsaw in 1944 after Warsaw Uprising, started from the uprising in Jewish ghetto. As a punishment, Nazis decided to flatter the city, including the royal castle and the old town, which you can see partially there. This is the old town now, and the royal castle on the right. The new authorities after the war decided to reconstruct the entire old town for many reasons, mainly ideological, because people of Poland were very proud of the city. And it also caused some controversies in the world of conservation. Let's go back to Edinburgh. This is the World Heritage site. Red dots and areas are A-listed buildings, blue are B-listed, and C-listed are in yellow. That shows you the richness of the World Heritage site. There is a lot of historic monuments here. Edinburgh World Heritage was established to manage this great asset. We do it through 4 key areas of work, which I will explain in a second. Learning and interpretation. This is how we try to raise awareness on what the authenticity is and why it's important for organization of events such as World Heritage Day, development of phone apps, and even the bus tour which we organize with Lothian buses. We also invest public money in conservation of historic buildings through the conservation funding program. This is Well Court in Dean Village, which attracted over £2 million, a lot from our funding, and a lot of this sum was matched by private contribution. The big value of this project was that at some stage the property owners took ownership of the project. They got involved actively, and in the end they understood what the authenticity of their place and their house is about, and organized an event for us and our stakeholders to celebrate the finalized project. We also care about monuments in the World Heritage site through a program which we call 12 Monuments, or 12 Monsters. The project was very successful, especially commercially. Now we're about to finish the whole scheme, and we're looking at 12 closes in the old town. Energy efficiency, that's a very new area of work for EWH. World Heritage site is a hotspot for fuel poverty, as you can see in the old town, and we try to address it. It's all about a sensible adaptation of historic buildings to modern needs. Showcase Your Shop From. It's a campaign which we developed with economic development in the city of Edinburgh Council. It's basically about raising awareness why authenticity of historic shopfronts in Edinburgh is important in global terms. Very similar project that focused on historic street lighting, developed with the planning department and the street lighting department. And it basically provides inspiration for the lighting strategy and gives what's authentic about the lighting in Edinburgh and how it evolved. Help us UNESCO. I think at some stage World Heritage in Edinburgh became very instrumental, and different people started using it for different purposes. Suddenly, every issue in the World Heritage site became a World Heritage issue, which is not true. We try to address it through the review of the management plan and following it, the action plan. Both documents we developed with the community through very long consultation. We involved also international experts in the process. One of the main components is a new management structure for the World Heritage Partnership, and it aims for inclusion, expansion of the partnership, and to address issues such as authenticity. There is a group called OUV Group, it's Outstanding Universal Value Group. It makes assessments on the impact of major developments. We also looked at the bigger issues such as buffer zone and setting protection. We compiled a study to prove that Edinburgh doesn't actually need the buffer zone. Why? Because we have something different, something alternative, which is a combination of key use policy and conservation areas protection. And the blue line is the World Heritage boundary. Red lines are view cones, protected views. The idea is to protect the skyline of the World Heritage Site. And I think it works quite well. This is the 3D model, which is a part of the Scottish 10 project. We're involved in the development of the business plan for this project. Basically, it's a planning tool which will help the planning authority to assess a potential impact of major developments in the World Heritage Site. Looking at the horizon, recently we started working as well internationally. There are 2 big projects which we're involved in. One is about establishing European standards for vocational training in urban regeneration. We call it Saturn. And the other one is Arbala, which is developed by the European Commission and Inter-American Development Bank. And this becomes a really big deal for us, and this is where we would like to be. We'd like to be part of Europe and world in the future. Thanks.
Thank you, Christoph.